Hey,
fuck.
We're gone.
You feel the energy? You feel the energy?
I feel it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Butt,
Sit your ass down. Oh man, I was waiting for that.
Yeah. All right, we are streaming on everything.
All right.
Besides Rumble.
Man, well, you know that takes forever.
Yeah. All right, now we're streaming on Rumble.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Hmm?
We're gonna be at the bottom because we now have Dan Bongino on our show.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Dr. Disrespect. This guy's got a lot of time on his hands. Oh, man. Is that what it was? They look like sheep. Is that all it does? That guy's got a lot of time on his hands.
Pugberto, man.
Oh, man.
On X. The dude's awesome.
That's good.
He does that for awesome.
I know. The Final Fantasy VII one was good.
All right, Grant.
What's up?
I got a trailer for you.
We got some trailers?
I got a trailer for you.
Not like the one that we see in Mississippi. Not like the ones we see in Mississippi.
Something that I know you're probably going to buy. Okay.
You didn't get my joke. God damn it, man. You talk over my jokes.
No, what did you say?
That's just not like the ones we see in Mississippi when you said trailer.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, you missed it.
No, I know because you made me miss it. That was your fault.
You missed it.
No, I know. It was your fault.
All right, let me retweet us real quick.
All right, hurry up
before we get into it.
Hurry up.
Okay.
I keep telling you to set it on auto, but fucking.
Why don't you do it?
Why don't you do it?
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it, Grant?
Why don't you shut your face?
Live now on X.
Dude, it's Friday. Oh, yeah.
You
know what that means? I'm going to be doing tonight.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Just guess. Oh, yeah.
You going to be beating it? What are you talking about?
Probably so.
All right. Let me tweet out our YouTube too.
All right.
YouTube.
Go ahead and play that trailer so we can go ahead and get the copyright infringement or whatever.
Okay, Grant.
Oh, God. Don't do that with your voice.
Okay, Grant. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, Grant. All right. Posting now. Live on YouTube.
Why don't you hurry up and play the trailer? These people are here for the trailer. These people are here for the trailer.
Hey, how about you retweet our Rumble account?
Hey, these people are here for the trailer, and you're over here talking about Rumble.
What are you talking about trailer?
Nope, not doing it again. Not falling for it. Nope. You can't take my joke. Don't take my joke. Can't take it. You ruined it.
What are you talking about?
Nope.
What are you talking about, dude?
Nope. We're talking about the trailer that we're going to view on here. That's the only trailer we're talking about.
Oh, you want to see the trailer? All right, I'll show you the trailer real quick, Grant.
You better. Do what I say.
I'll show you that trailer.
Do it. I command you.
Okay. Let me share my screen real quick, Grant, so you can see it. All right. Let me know when you see it.
Oh, yeah. The greatest system ever created. I remember this commercial. I remember this commercial.
No, actually, I want to save that one for later.
I know. That, before we talk about that, they made a very good commercial for a very shitty system, and we're going to talk about that. Because that commercial was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was. All right. This is the one I want. There we go. See that?
Yeah, I don't want that. No, don't get like that. It's too much. It's too much. That's good. I'll save my commentary for when it's over. Okay.
You don't want that?
No, because here's the thing is, that's good if you're.
Steam Deck.
Well, here's the thing is, it's good for like somebody like your daughter, who's, how old is she? 15, 16. Okay, cool. Or your youngest daughter. It's good for kids. But if I see a 40-year-old man like yourself roll up with that, I'm going to play that clip. Why are you gay?
What? No.
Well, why are you gay?
Why are
I'm
you
not going to play
gay?
that. I'm not.
Nope, it glitched out. You didn't even do it right.
It played. It played good, actually.
It didn't record it.
Sure did, Grant.
That'd be you if you bought that.
What do you think? I'd sport it. I play it. I play it at the basketball court, dog.
That's cool. And I would be sitting on the other side, laughing with everybody laughing at you. Like, look at this guy.
So yeah, they got a Chocobo skin for the Steam Deck. Okay.
It's good for women and children.
I wonder how well Final Fantasy VII Rebirth plays on the Steam Deck. You know what I mean?
When's the new one coming out?
Like in what?
It's coming out soon, right?
It's like next week.
Oh man.
Yeah, next week. Next week, buddy.
Oh boy.
All right, let me check YouTube real quick before we start the podcast. Make sure I'm
All
not
right.
missing any trailers. We'll do that one later. Let's not do the Daredevil trailer. That's too long.
No,
Okay.
but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, guys. Before we start the podcast, you guys can be active in chat if you want to.
Sure. Say something. Make fun of Ed's hair.
We are very engaging with our chat. So just don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah. Speak up.
Don't be afraid to talk.
You will speak. We will make you speak.
But we got a good docket today.
We do have a good docket.
Yeah, good docket. But we'll get into that in a minute. All right, you
Let me
ready to
take my
start,
word.
Grant? What?
You'll be taking my word, docket. I'm
The
copyright
docket.
it.
Docket?
Copyright it.
You can't copyright that word, dude.
I don't know. People, you know what's funny is people try to copyright everything nowadays.
You can't copyright docket. Can't do that, Grant. Are you ready to start?
Let's do it.
No, we'll start.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by the man who is also coming out, like the Switch 2, my boy Ed Phillips. Dude, I thought about that like 5 seconds before. That was good. That was good. This is Ed Phillips. Ed Phillips, what up, my boy?
I heard you breathing at the end of that. Like I heard it was playing good and everything. It was like 2 seconds left, and you go.
It's because, here's the thing: it's because I got this. I got this caffeine thing in my thing, right? And
You're breathing hard. Yeah,
I know it was hard. It's hard to hold it.
Probably pumping right now, and
It's hard to hold it.
Can't even talk
and breathe.
Yeah.
And plus, I got excited because I knew what I was going to say.
You breathing hard on that mic, boy.
That's all right. I'll edit it out.
All right, Grant. All right, let's break down the episode for today.
All right.
All right. We're going to talk about Daredevil Born Again
Okay.
for a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to give our Castlevania Nocturne Season 2 review.
Let's do it.
Now, once we get to it, we're going to probably say some spoilers. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched the season yet, just mute it for a little bit.
Or we'll have chapters
As
in
soon
there
as you
so
see
you can
the picture come off, I want to show a picture of Castlevania 2. As soon as you come off, then you can unmute it.
Yeah, we'll give you a warning. How about that?
All right. Grant.
What's up?
Next is we're going to do a Nintendo Switch 2 breakdown and trailer reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And go over some of the specs of the Switch 2. And what games are expected to release day one on the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to go over, before that, we'll do some gaming news, of course. But that's our main subject. We're going to talk about the Asmongold and Elon controversy that happened a couple of days ago or this week. Really,
it's like Tyson versus Holyfield.
We got our disgruntled gamer rant, and we have our Game Gambit, and we have a top 10 that we're going to do today.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get started.
You ready? All right. Let me pull up our first topic of the day.
All right.
Let's see. Episode 69.
Was it the one about the gooner tits? Is this what we want in games? Is that what you're trying to pull up?
No.
Oh, boy.
You ready? You ready to talk about this?
You know, it's funny. I will say this.
We ready to talk about the best Assassin's Creed ever?
I know. Every time you say something on their channel, boy, we get bombarded with hate. It's funny, though. We really need to bring back the mean tweets, but we'll have to do that for another segment.
Tell me what's going to be different about this game from other Assassin's Creed. Oh my God, the parkour is so much better.
Yeah, I know it's stupid, but here's the thing. You know what's terrible? You know what's terrible about this poster? It's the fact that your eyes are immediately drawn to the fat kid.
Why is the little fat kid front and center?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what your eyes see first. Like, I see him first, and then I see everybody else. Like, why are your main characters in the back? Why aren't they in the front?
I don't understand this new poster they showed. I don't get it.
What's the point of it, though? What are you trying to say?
Yeah. Anyway, so they've
had to play as the fat kid.
Check this out. They've already given this out to some, early testers.
Well,
some prominent streamers have gotten it.
Well, prominent. Let's just do that right there. We'll do that.
Well, they gave it out.
Well, and it's the people.
You know who they gave it to. You know who they gave it to, Grant?
It's the Shields. It's the Shields who are going to give it a great score.
Yeah, it's going to be your gatekeepers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They haven't talked about this game from the get-go. Like, they're not saying anything new after playing the game. So, yes, of course, they played it. It was like, wow, this is the best Assassin's Creed ever. But it's like, you see the gameplay, and it's like, it looks like all the other Assassin's Creeds. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Everybody's like, it's a beautiful game, isn't it? Well, yeah, they're all beautiful games.
She does a flip when she jumps off the roof. Oh, shit.
They all do flips.
Anyway, so.
Now, what I want to see is this fat kid do a flip. This fat Rufio
I want to know who this fat kid is.
It's Rufio from Hook.
Anyway. All right. Grant. Let's get into our next subject.
What's funny is you see how they got Yasuke way in the back, like you can't even see his face.
Kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up. Grant, next subject.
Round
Elon
1
versus Asmongold. All right. So is everyone what?
Did you make this graphic?
I did make it.
I know. Why'd you choose this picture of Elon? Like, this is like that is a pretty good picture. Like, this is actually that's what I'm asking you, because that's pretty creative. Like, it looks like a fucking really like a game. Like,
I know it does, because I'm a creative guy.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
what are you talking about?
You finally got one good.
All right. Anyway, yeah, it took me 2 seconds to make this.
I could tell it took you all day. I know
you look like, oh my God. How
did you all day? Since it took you all day to make this, go ahead.
Since it only took me 2 seconds to make this, let's talk about it.
All
right, Grant. So, as everyone's aware, Elon Musk plays Diablo 4 and he plays Path of Exile 2. So he ended up streaming one of his Path of Exile 2, trying to test out Starlink and all that stuff. And he looked like he really never played the game before. Like,
he also never played Elden Ring, because you remember that build he made for Elden Ring? It was like god awful. It was like the worst build.
All right, before we get into that though, he does stream with Rob, those famous Diablo guys. He obviously he can play Diablo 4, but let's be honest, Diablo 4, once you get like a stupid build, it's easy. It's like easy. Insanely easy.
It's on cruise control.
So, and then he had his Path of Exile 2 footage that kind of showed him like he didn't know what he was doing. Okay. All right. I mean,
well, here's the thing.
He is a billionaire that has
I will say this.
multiple companies. I'm not expecting him to be a pro gamer, but him saying like,
you can't say it and then you can't say it and then prove otherwise. But here's the thing is, a lot of people were nitpicking a lot of the things he was doing. They're like, oh my God, he didn't know how to use a mana potion. Well, okay, who gives a fuck? Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, the thing of it is like it's obvious that he has his characters boosted, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're obviously boosted. Which I'm going to say that it's a pretty obvious snapshot of him. You know, I guess getting people to boost his account, or if he doesn't know how to play it, I don't know. You know, but he's a billionaire that has a lot of other better things to do, I guess you could say. So I mean, if I had $1 billion, I would obviously boost my account, but I would also tell people that I boosted my account.
Well, I think it's just
or
people are mad
to do it.
I think people are mad because they feel like he doesn't belong in the gaming community. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he's like basically Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, people are no. That's not why they're mad, dude. That's not why they're mad. They're mad because of his. I mean, there's some people that are truthful. Is that's why they're mad at him. That's truthful. But you have the other half that already hated him before 90%. Because of his support for
Trump. Yeah,
Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's be real on that.
Well, that's the thing is, no matter what he does, they'll go hating for it. Yeah.
But regardless, he at least should have been like, upfront and honest about it, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But like to me, I don't really fucking care.
I don't care either.
I don't care.
Because let me just tell you something. If I'm the developers of Path of Exile, I'm loving it because he's putting light on my product to millions and millions of people.
Yeah, something. This is whatever to me. But then Asmongold caught wind of what happened. You know, people calling out Elon on Path of Exile 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Asmongold made a video pretty much calling him out on it. Like, you know, you paying people to boost your account. And then Elon caught wind of that video and shared DMs from between him and Asmongold.
Real quick, for the people who don't know, explain what it means to boost your account, paying people to boost your account.
Well, I mean, like these are mainly like Asian services. You know, you're paying Chinese accounts to play your account to boost them up to a certain point that they're.
So that's not even him playing, is what they're saying.
Kind of overpowered. You know what I mean? Like to the point that you could do hardcore easily. You know what I mean? Or you can just boost through Diablo 4.
So they're saying
high tier pits. Easily.
So they're saying that somebody else got Elon to that point.
Somebody else got Elon to that point,
and then now he's taken over from that point, making it seem like it's him. Like he did it all.
Gotcha. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But then, then Asmon came out with the video, and then Elon responded with the direct messages between him and, showing that Asmongold has people that handles his YouTube or whatever.
Well, I mean,
that's another expected.
I knew that.
I'm not looking at Asmongold doing all. I mean, he has 3 million something subscribers on YouTube and doing all those videos. He's not going to sit there and do that.
I would find it more weird if he didn't have people doing it.
Yeah. So he had people take care of him on, I guess, that aspect when it comes to him editing his videos. Okay, He's a big YouTuber. Many YouTubers do that. And what else? And then Asmongold came back with another video, kind of making fun of the situation, kind of laughing about it. But this is I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, so now here's my question to you. Now, there's been rumors of, obviously we know that Elon is trying to take over the gaming streaming. He's trying to join
the X gaming right now.
Yeah, he's trying to join Twitch and all these other ones, which he could probably easy bypass because of his resources.
Yeah.
The one thing he doesn't have is a lead person. Do you believe this is a publicity stunt to get Asmongold to leave YouTube to come over to X?
So this is what I think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big feeling that Asmongold is going to have Elon on his stream, and they're going to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then stuff's going to lead from that.
So, do you think this is in the wrestling world? They call it a work, which means it's coordinated. Like they both know what's going on.
I don't know, but I still think it's stupid. But
or do you think it started as a shoot, which means it started as real, and then they're like, look, we can make money off this.
It could be any of those things, man. But or it could just be all real. But I still think, knowing Asmongold and how he likes to bring people in, to get, I guess, spark those controversy stuff a lot. this is what he does a lot of times. He'll show something that's outlandish or say something outlandish, and then he'll be just all over the gaming news, all over YouTube, being talked about, people making reaction videos. It's just what he does, man. And he's really a genius at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chat, if you're listening, what do you think? You think this is real, or do you think this is all coordinated? We'd like to know.
Bait and switch. Is that what they call it?
I think it's coordinated. I think this is all part of a plan.
Yeah.
Because you see it all the time with like Twitch streamers. They'll say something controversial to start a beef just to get eyes on whatever's going on their streams, Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, Grant. Let's go next. Grant.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's
Let's get this ugly graphic off the screen. Get this terrible.
You like that graphic?
It is. It's actually pretty good. I'll give you props. I'll give you props this time.
I'm a genius. Dude.
I'll give you props this time.
All right, Grant. Let's go to X account. Let's talk about some gaming news there.
All right.
I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when you see it. You see it?
I see it.
Well, you see, what is that, Graham? Why do you bookmark that, dude?
I didn't bookmark that, you gooner.
What do you do, buddy?
Is this what gamers want? Yes, actually it is. Along with good gameplay. Like this is just like icing. This is just like icing on the good cupcake. We want the good cupcake, but we also want good icing.
Why do you bookmark that, dude?
I'm a gooner.
Is this what gamers want?
Yes, easily.
I mean, probably like 95% of them.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
All right. So, but that comes with a lot of other things too. So let's take that out.
Get that filth off my screen.
Oh, let's talk about this real quick.
Oh God, yeah, Lord.
All right, you see that?
Yep.
All right, so Smash JT and Grummz, they basically were the ones that first reported on all this, on Corn Bush story getting ousted at BioWare and everything like that. They've been on this for forever, dude. You know what I mean?
By the way.
Yeah. Corin, whatever.
Corn doesn't matter. Corn is the cat from Dragon Ball Z.
Her. Okay. My bad. I get what are the pronouns, Grant? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Zhijur and okay. Corn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get the pronouns wrong. I know
Corn is the cat from Dragon Ball Z, by the way.
All right. But anyway, so they were one of the first ones to break this, right? And then, of course, Jeff Grubb comes in and pretty much steals the entire story.
Damn.
And then all the gaming journalists rally behind him.
Of course they did.
And give him all the credit.
All the props.
Good job, Jeff. Good on you, buddy. You broke this story. I mean, you can be.
He looks like
half a brain and know.
This guy looks like a fatter version of Bam Margera.
Right. But if anyone's knowing this story about Corinne Bush leaving or getting ousted due to the failure of Dragon Age not hitting the sales mark, like 85% from the mark.
Is Corinne Bush the Gendermancer?
Yes, the Gendermancer.
Oh, wow.
Of course you didn't know that.
Oh, wow. Well, right. I don't know what it is.
Anyway, so the Gendermancer, the one, this was broken by Smash JT and Grummz. Yeah. They've been talking about this for a while. And again, anyone with half a brain, if you're wondering who broke the story, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's sitting next to Alyssa Mercante, so I can already tell he's full of shit.
Yeah. All right. Grant, let's keep going. We already talked about Assassin's Creed. Okay. Yep. All right. So we talked about this already. We just hit this subject.
I wonder why. I wonder what character caused it to drop like that.
So, as everyone is aware, Tosh, the transgender character in a fantasy story, is Corinne Bush's character.
Prize possession character.
That's who pushed that character. We already obviously know that. But again, the possible closure of Edmonton Studios here soon, and the missing the sales target by 85% for a Dragon Age game. That's insane to me. That's crazy.
You know, we ever since we've started this podcast, we've been right on every game thus far that's going to be failures.
Yes, we have.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that Assassin's Creed will fail as well. Just going ahead and tell you, I don't care if you want to scream at the top of your lungs. I don't care. It's going to. And so will Avowed. And now it's looking like Kingdom Come 2 might be following suit.
We'll talk about them in a second.
Yeah. Oh,
all
boy.
Right.
Scott Summers.
So anyway, what's up?
I said Scott Summers.
Yeah. So this is the custom, or not the custom art, but the art design for Cyclops / Scott Summers for the upcoming, I guess you can say, DLC they're going to release.
So he's the next one coming out?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what he's going to look like. Cool design, dude. I like that. I mean, that's really good looking.
Give me some more Rocket Raccoon.
What's that?
Give me some more Rocket Raccoon. It's my boy.
What do you mean more Rocket Raccoon?
Give me some more like different clothes.
Skins?
Like different. Yeah, give me some more skins.
Okay. You gotten good at him yet?
I'm getting there. Now, I will say this. I had this is
his
funny.
ultimate is trash though.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't ever use it. I had the other night, I know it's gonna be like I had like 15 kills, but my accuracy was like 9%. Dude, I was just spraying all over the place. I was all over the place. But here's the thing. Let me tell you, I found another person I fucking hate.
Who?
Iron Fist. That motherfucker is fast, boy.
Oh, to fight against.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
yes.
He can.
If he gets on you, dude. If he gets on you, if he's on you, he's on your ass.
You better be next to your tanks or something, or support characters. You got to be.
God, man. He hit me like 4 times and like.
He's unbelievably fast.
Yeah, he's super fast.
All right. So let's go next. All right. Yeah, we already talked about that. Here we go. Let's blow this up.
Yep.
All right, this is rumored. Unless this is confirmed. I don't know yet. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I mean, they're known, their director and everybody's known. We'll give them the benefit of doubt, but like they're legit. Like they really are against the DEI, having unnecessary stuff that does not belong in fantasy games. They push back on that all the time. That was in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, which was a great game. Really put you in medieval Europe, It was a great game in that aspect. But supposedly Deliverance 2 it's got an unskippable gay scene, so that goes out of choice in medieval Europe. Like it's a choice that you cannot skip it. And then you got a guy lecturing about feminism in medieval Europe. Now, again, I don't know if these are confirmed or not, but if it's true, that's nonsense, dude.
Yeah, like it's terrible.
Feminism in medieval Europe.
It's already gotten banned in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah, it's already banned there.
Wow.
I can't corroborate that, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, like this stuff, choices matter when it comes to games like this. Being able to play your own game, being who you are, and even their big spill on this game, something they tweeted out earlier was choices.
Correct.
And in medieval
This
Europe.
is why Baldur's Gate did well, because
if there's a gay scene that's unskippable, it's not a choice.
It's not a choice.
It's making you do it.
Correct.
All right. So hopefully that's just hearsay.
Yeah.
But we don't yet. All right. We already did that. Oh, that's funny. Gotcha games gone too far. Microsoft lays off people. I mean, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me close that. All right, Grant.
That's the gaming news.
And that is the gaming news for today. Grant. Let's talk some Daredevil Born Again, man.
Let's do it.
Are you looking forward to the season?
I'm extremely optimistic about it. I'm about 95% optimistic about it. I would be 100% if it was being done by Netflix. I'd be all in. I'd be super erect.
Mm-hmm.
But that 5% of Disney Plus, it makes me think that there's somewhere going to be some fuckery. I hope not. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying there's a 5% chance that they're going to do something stupid, because they got to drive a point home. Whatever. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Because this is my favorite Marvel show. This right here. I like it. I like how, so apparently He's the mayor now. Is that where the gist?
Yeah.
Kingpin is the mayor now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of symbolism when you see him having dinner with his wife or girlfriend or whatever she was. You can see the blood still on the painting where he got beat to a pulp. The blood's still on the painting. So I thought that was pretty cool. You see the return. There's White. So that guy. So that's him. This was his last role. The guy who plays White Tiger actually died in 2024 or 2023, December. So this is his last role. I think I want to say he had like pancreatic cancer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I hate that because my mom loved him. He was like the handsome Puerto Rican guy on one of the soaps.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, suave guy. So, and then you see Punisher, your boy.
They did right there, bringing him back like for this first season, bringing him in. I hope he has like a major, role in it though.
I'm sure.
I want to see him open up a can of whoop ass, dude.
I'm sure it'll go from maybe like a smaller to a bigger. Like it'll probably progress bigger, because if they can make a new Punisher,
he looks like he's been kind of out of the.
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's been like underground, like just like a doomsday prepper.
If he dons that Punisher thing and they announce a Punisher like new season, dude.
Yeah,
and this one like is really good. Why is that playing anyway?
It's because you love it. You probably got one.
Chocobo.
No, I think it's cool because now you're gonna see the White Tiger, in there. That's the guy with the white mask, obviously. Who else? Oh, and it showed. That was the guy that played. I've only seen the trailer once, but I kind of picked up on it. Is that the guy that played Bullseye?
Which one?
The guy he showed him on the bus.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think I missed it, but I could be right. I could be wrong.
You're talking about the dude with the when you're talking about the guy with the white mask, talking about the guy with the dots and like dripping down. That's Muse, is it not?
One of those guys is, I don't know, that might be, but one of those guys is the Spanish guy plays White Tiger.
Oh, okay. Well, the guy with the mask is Muse.
Yeah, well, one of the guys that wears the white mask, one of them, that might not have shown him. But what I'm saying is I know that he's going to be in it.
Okay.
White Tiger will be in it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I just hope they if this is really good, I hope they do it right, but they spring forward with more stuff. They need to reopen that old Netflix Marvel scene.
Yeah. They can really bring back like Luke Cage.
They could.
Luke Cage is tight. They really could bring back Iron Fist. They could make it tight. I liked Iron Fist. I'm probably one of the few people who liked Iron Fist.
I liked it too. I thought it was all right.
Dude, I thought it was good. I hated Jessica Jones. I'm not going to say, let me say that. And this is not to say, oh, Jessica Jones is terrible. I just kept trying to get past the first couple episodes and I couldn't.
I didn't like that, like, I don't know, like, what was like that dark, sad.
I liked her in the Defenders. She was cool in the Defenders. Yeah. It's just, man, I just couldn't get far into her. I might have to go back and rewatch it.
They bring my boy back. I'm gonna be happy.
Yep. Froggy, your boy Foggy.
But yeah, Kingpin D'Onofrio, dude.
That's good.
I can't wait to see him again. This Kingpin.
Like he dropped a little weight.
Yeah. I mean, he was already a big dude, but yeah. All right, Grant. Enough of that. Let's move on. All right, our next subject, Grant. Let me pull this up. Our next subject is Castlevania Nocturne Season 2. All right, great. Whoever has not seen this and they are planning to see it, we're probably going to say some spoilers here. So you can mute right now if you want. As soon as you see this picture gone from like the screen, then you can probably cue back in. But all right, anyway, Grant.
Nocturne hold on. Also, if you're listening to it on audio, fast forward and just fast forward. I don't know what time the time is, but just fast forward because it's going to be spoilers.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right, Nocturne season 2, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It continues the adventures of Richter and his companions, but with Alucard now. At the end of season 1, you saw Alucard one-shotting that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was afraid, again, we talked about this before, but I was afraid they were going to, he was not going to be in it much, you know what I mean?
They weren't going to focus much on him. And
that he was like, he's there and maybe bring him in the first episode, then he disappears.
Yeah.
And they try to, focus on all those other characters. But he was a major part of the story, which I was happy with.
Yeah,
and they really did him justice, man. I mean, he was just as cool as the first Castlevania series.
I liked him. I like how they did him because obviously against regular
classic.
Well, yeah, but I like it where he was still kind of vulnerable against harder enemies. You know what I mean? Like the main bad guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, she was buffed up with god powers.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it showed some vulnerability. It wasn't just like him blowing through everybody and just, I like that.
We don't get peak Alucard powers until, towards the end of Symphony of the Night, right?
Yeah.
So, but they set him up with the classic kind of Symphony of the Night look.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they are, after this season, going to go into Symphony of the Night. I really hope they do, because I think it'd be a huge missed opportunity not to.
They could. We're going to talk about what people have said.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about that.
You want to talk about it now? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. So people have no imagination. So we said on Twitter, after this season, I hope they go into Symphony of Night on Twitter. And people were like, oh, well, technically, you can't do that because Dracula's, they already finished his story. He's back with his wife. And I'm
First of all, if you've ever played a Castlevania game, they brought Dracula back every time.
Just about every time.
Yeah, just about every time.
Just about every Castlevania he has been.
Yeah.
And yes, you can bring him back if you have a little imagination. We're not Netflix writers who can say, oh, we can't add that. Let's do
give us a week.
Thing.
I guarantee if you give us a week, we can come up with a good way to bring him back.
Oh, easily. I mean, first off, they got out of hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the last series. They got out of hell. How long does she live for?
Yeah.
Someone could kill her and he could just snap. The only reason Dracula is good at the end of last season, or, I guess you can say kind of good, is because his wife is with him.
Yep.
You take that away, he becomes a psycho killer again.
Exactly. Also,
and that's all you got to do.
Also, Alucard kill him so he can want to get revenge.
Yeah.
He can blame him. He can blame him for it.
Yeah. Or you could have, so Symphony of the Night is Richter getting captured, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got your story, dude. Yeah. I mean, you just make Dracula bad again by something, 1,000 different possibilities you could do to make him bad again, and bring him back for Symphony of the Night.
I would like to see like badass Dracula. I would like to see like full 100% evil,
100%.
Like at the beginning, like at the beginning of Castlevania series, like at the first couple episodes. That's what I want to see throughout the whole.
Yeah, I do too.
I want to see that.
I do too. So let's break down some of the characters in this season. I do want to talk about some off-putting things first before we go into good things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so off-putting things are some of the bad guys, dude. Like, some of them carried over from season 1, but some of the bad guys just, they weren't good bad guys. They were kind of silly, silly looking. People, I guess, might like Olrox, the guy with the green eyes that can turn into lightning dragon, Quetzalcoatl or whatever it is.
Yeah,
he's Mayan.
Yeah,
from its backstory, but he's not really a bad guy. And the way that season 2 ended, he turns out he was kind of like in the middle ground. Like, you can say Richter said he was going to kill him eventually, since he killed his mother, but he kind of just went off in the sunset with his little boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And his character arc was, I didn't like it. Like, I was hoping they would kind of bring him more into like being more evil, since he did kill his mother. But I guess since they're trying to end it now by doing a season 3, is just, I don't know. I just didn't like him. I didn't like he was.
I think they could have went into more in depth on him. I think that's the problem, is they kind of didn't describe.
Well, they made him. Well, that's the thing. They killed him in the first. He killed Richter's mother in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
You were expecting a final showdown between maybe eventually him and Richter. But it didn't turn out like that. So that arc in the story of him avenging his mother fell flat.
Yeah.
It never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then they made this big deal. One of the main bad guys, the Vampire Messiah, who was Elizabeth Bathory.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like her. I didn't like her. She wasn't as cool as Camilla.
Yeah, yeah, Camilla was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome bad guy. But yeah, she was just I didn't like it. And Eduardo, the guy who got turned into a demon or a night creature.
Yeah.
Enough of the fucking singing.
Yeah.
Okay, that singing got carried. The only cool singing part he ever did in the entire show is when Alucard was helping them fight when they were shooting the cannons, that bridge battle.
Yeah,
that was a cool song. But every other song, dude, enough of the fucking singing.
The chick that got turned later, the captain.
Yeah,
that got turned to the blue. She was actually cooler than him. Like,
yeah, she was. Yeah, but yeah, so they got theirs. They turned against the other 9 creatures and kind of helped with the revolutionaries with the battle. And then Eduardo rides off in the sunset with
his sister.
Annette and
Richter.
All right. But so yeah, bad guys kind of, but now Jolta, I didn't like Jolta in the first season.
Not in the first one, no.
I thought she was silly and then. But what they made her into in the second season, now that was dope.
Yeah.
I liked how they did Jolta in that.
Yeah.
And I loved, dude, that final 2 episodes. Like,
oh yeah.
It was another slow burn, like season 1. It is another slow burn. Okay, you do get to see some cool parts between Richter and Alucard and some lore stuff and all that in those first 6 episodes, but it's really the 7th and 8th episode that makes up for everything, right? Yeah. The climax, the battle between his companions, Richter's companions against Bathory and Jolta. Those sequences were just awesome, dude. Dude, when he busted out those glaives in icicle form.
Yeah, that's tight.
Oh, dude, that was awesome.
That was good.
Because he kind of has that attack, right, in Bloodlines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he has those things. Like, he has glaives. Not really, I wouldn't call them ice glaives, but they were glaives. And it was just cool.
I liked Annette. I thought she was cool.
Annette was badass.
I thought she was badass, man. And I like
summoned everything.
Yeah, also
you're talking about her. Are you talking about his companion?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Creole chick.
Yeah. Okay, I'm talking about the other girl.
No, Maria. No, Maria's tight. Yeah, no, she's tight too. But I like the fact that I liked Annette's powers, like how she could do all that stuff. But Maria, summoning the dragon and summoning all the evil characters when she was like having all the evil fits and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty
loved
cool.
when her Juiced and Richter were together and fighting Bathory. I love that scene. Like they combine their strengths or their magic abilities and
into the dragon. It's kind of like the triple Kamehameha. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But dude, I just loved how they did Richter's combos. Like he was like a martial artist with the whip and everything, and mixed up together with all his magical powers. It was great how they did that.
Yeah.
But boy, when they cut close into him, when he was protecting Annette at the end before he killed Jolta, that scene that his eyes started glowing.
Oh, he started turning blue.
Oh boy, you knew shit was about to hit the fan there.
That's tight.
But I liked how they eventually, that because season 1 he was just a whatever up until like the final episode. But he's a badass in this season.
I like him. I like how they did his character. They kind of found a medium between like a normal person and Trevor Belmont. They didn't try to make him.
They didn't make him too much Trevor.
Yeah, exactly, which was cool. But
they did play on. They played a little bit between him and Alucard. You know, that little Belmont and.
Well, Alucard that's what he always said.
Comedy.
That's what he always said.
Yeah,
talking about the Belmonts
being irritating
and stuff. Yeah.
So I like how they did that. But Alucard was badass. But man, Richter, I mean, I like how they did him because, in canon, he is one of the most powerful Belmonts.
Yeah.
And they did him justice, showing how powerful he is.
And Juiced Belmont, he's in some of the ones for I think it's from the DS, the Castlevanias on the DS. He's not as old. He's like 17 or whatever.
They did a good job bringing the characters to life. I just wish the bad guys and the slow build up. That's probably what I have problems with.
I just think it's funny. I do find this odd, like how they used to how they were just walking around like Alucard, as pale as he is, and he looks like a vampire. He was just walking around the city, and like nobody would like bothered to like, hey, there's this pale guy
in this world that people probably know who he is. He's very famous. You know what I mean? People know who he is. He's been open. He's traveled the world. People know who he is in this world. And he's obviously famous. They know who Alucard is. He's immortal and everything like that. Because you could tell their looks when they saw him, like when he walked in and everything like that, of who he is. But they did bring the daggers in. I like that. Yep. They mixed in, they gave Alucard the daggers from Castlevania games. I liked how they did that. They had a few more Easter eggs. They didn't bring his shield back. They just showcased like some of his shadow step moves and other things, the daggers, of course, his flying sword. And that's really and like the this picture right here, a famous, Richter's famous little holy cross attack, whatever. That's what they were trying to do here by giving an actual cross. But I liked how they incorporated that.
Talking about the one that's like the big pillar of light or whatever. Yeah.
And the cross kind of circles him. I see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like overall, I thought it was another good Castlevania season. It's way better than season 1.
Yeah.
I thought season 1 was all slow until the very, 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 very end.
Yeah. My thoughts are I give it as a whole, since this is the last season of Nocturne, I give it an 8. It's not as good as the first Castlevania with Trevor Belmont. It's not as good as that one. It's not. But it is good. It's still good.
Yeah.
The first one's still better to me.
I think it's way better, honestly, because again, the glowing aspect of this one was the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. It
kicked into overdrive and it really gave you what you've been waiting for, I would say. Now, again, we do hope that they do Symphony of Night. I think I'm telling you right now, it's a travesty, dude, if they do not do it.
I mean, now would be the opportunity to do it.
Some way or another, they can do it. Okay, it can be done.
Won't you send them a letter?
Don't tell me Dracula. We can't bring Dracula back. It's Castlevania. You can always bring Dracula back.
You should send them a letter.
Anyway,
send them a letter.
Oh, I will.
Start a Patreon. What's the thing where you get a bunch of signatures?
Oh, what is it?
Patreon.
It's not Patreon.
No, it's not.
It's not Patreon. Is it? It's like
I don't know.
Petition.
You
didn't know that word, Grant?
I'm from Mississippi. Of course, I didn't know that word.
All right. So yeah, I say, for me personally, season 2 is an 8, but season 1 was like a 6 to me.
Yeah.
So I give this whole series a 7.
Somebody works for IGN over here.
Well, they gave it like a 5 or something.
Somebody gives it a 7 like IGN. Yeah, you saw that thing? You saw that one guy? You saw that one guy who said, it was funny what you said. He said, these are 2 separate writers in 2 different time periods.
Yeah,
so you
they gave it a 6, dude. They gave this a 6.
And
this is not a 6.
No.
I mean, you could make a case for, of course, the first several episodes, but
wait, they gave the second season a 6?
They gave the second season a 6.
Oh my god, what an idiot! This is why they're terrible.
Yeah,
this is why they're terrible.
I guess they didn't like that. Richter and Alucard stole the show from.
Well, it had all the man. I'm surprised they didn't love it. They had the gay lovers and everything in it. Yeah, everything right up their alley.
And like Maria and them, they were badasses, dude.
Hell yeah.
So like, what? Why a 6? I mean, I could see episode 1 through 6 saying that's a 6, but the whole series in a whole is above a 6. Dude. But yeah, this is an 8 to me, season 2. But the whole Nocturne is a 7 to me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you an application for IGN. Since you like to hand out 7s.
I think that's a fair score. All right, Grant. I said we go into our top 10 since we already talked about this.
Yeah,
segment.
let's do it.
Let's just roll into it. All right.
Okay.
So let me unshare this so people know that they can unmute. Let me close that. There we go. All right. If you were muted, you can unmute.
Yep.
And we can drop into our top 10. Okay, so Grant, this week's top 10 is the top 10 Castlevania characters from the Netflix TV series, as in both the first Castlevania, the original, and Nocturne put together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is going to be our top 10. Grant, I think it's your turn this week.
It is my turn this week. My number 10 is Lenore from the first Castlevania. He's you remember he was like the diplomatic, but he was also the manipulative member of the Vampire Council. You don't remember that? He'd always
Lenore?
Lenore.
The girl.
Yeah.
You said he.
Oh, what'd I say? I'm sorry.
You said he.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say he.
Yeah, Lenore, the girl.
Yeah,
she.
The girl. Yeah, she. What'd I say? Did I say he?
You said he twice.
I don't know what's wrong. I didn't mean that. I meant to say she. I'm sorry. But she was always in his ear, trying to, give Dracula, I like characters like that. Like I really do like characters like that. Like also like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Like I just love like sneaky characters like that.
Yeah, this is my number 10 also.
No, okay.
But she was just a sexy character.
Yeah.
Manipulative towards the end, kind of just was like, fuck it.
Yep.
Just killed herself. What was the Forge Master that she was manipulating at the time? What was his name? No, it wasn't Isaac. Isaac's the other guy.
Oh,
Hector.
Yeah.
Hector. Yeah, so she was manipulating Hector. But it's just a great writing, good character, and like how she broke down as being a strategist, or how she did strategy vice fighting. She was just manipulating everything, and a great character. But this is from the first Castlevania series.
Yep.
All right, Grant, you're number 9.
Number 9, also from the first Castlevania series, is Carmilla. Carmilla was a badass, the queen, the vampire queen, and she's one of the, she was one of the. I mean, she showed no. I mean, she just went at it. She didn't care. Like, just straight up kill her. And this is
that final battle with her.
Oh yeah,
my God, that was so clean, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Blood everywhere, and she's just going at it. And
like I like how it showed her story and stuff like that.
Yeah,
how she became a vampire and all that other stuff.
Great bad guy.
Yeah,
perfect bad guy. Just complete mental, dude.
Yep.
And I loved how they did the showdown between her and Isaac and his what they call them, minions or night creatures. It was just a great scene. Speaking of Carmilla, my number 9, Grant, is someone I just talked about, Isaac.
Okay.
Isaac was just like, I loved how he talked, man.
Yeah.
Like how he approached every scene, just cool, calm, and collective. But boy, when someone fucked with him, he got him.
He was a killer.
And I liked how the concept of him being a Forge Master, like Hector, having all these minions together, and how he could just raise them up from nothing. And I love this. I love that episode when he goes into the tower with that evil like wizard or whatever the guy was at the top of the tower, and he had all these minions, all of his minions or his flying like mind controlled people try to fight Isaac, and then Isaac uses his night creatures to fight him. But just how he killed him at the end, it was awesome.
Yep.
And then of course his battle with Camilla, just a cool character all around. Great voice acting and great story arc with him.
Yep.
All right, Grant.
All right, my number 8 from Nocturne, Annette. I like Annette. Yes, I like Annette. The voodoo, she's like the voodoo magic priestess or whatever. But I really thought that her backstory like really brought out like the fight for freedom. You know what I mean? That whole thing. And I just thought she was a cool character. I loved her, like all her voodoo magic stuff that she was doing.
Yeah, and that was cool.
Yeah,
I really liked the how they made her look when she was fused with Sekhmet.
Yep.
Like I was hoping they keep that look because she looked really
tight.
good.
Yeah,
Like
she's
that,
tight.
those long dreads and stuff. She looked cool as hell.
She did.
But yeah, she's awesome character. Had a good. I like how she uses those blades, dude.
Yeah.
Like she spins them around and like throws them and shit. That's awesome. Awesome animation too. All right, Grant, my number 8 from the original Castlevania series. Let me go to this. Is Sypha Belnades. All right, Sypha, dude. I thought she was written as like kind of weak at first. You know, you remember when she was first introduced? You know, like she was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But then she grew into like just those combos of like Alucard and Trevor, dude. Like
when she started the way she was using that ice, when she started throwing those ice.
And she was cute and like she just had a great character.
But she also had just as much wit as like Trevor. Like they would go back and forth. You know,
go back
play
and
off
forth.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah. And towards the end, when she thought Trevor was dead at the end of the series, that was a touching story.
Yeah.
Like her reaction and stuff.
I know you cried.
Huh?
What?
What did you say?
I said you cried.
You said I cried?
You cried.
No, I thought it was very touching though. Yeah, I thought it was a great climax to the story.
Yeah, I bet you did, pussy. What?
What'd you call it?
Why are you gay?
All right.
Why are you gay?
You should ask yourself that. All right. Number 7 is Isaac. Isaac was that dude.
He was that dude.
He was the Forge Master. He was that dude. Like you said, I liked the way that he, like at the beginning, he shows him like as like a quote unquote like slave or whatever. You know what I mean? He's being held captive and all this other stuff. But like, dude, when he gets loose, he starts ripping people apart. Like he just starts tearing them up, dude. He starts kicking ass. Like he's one of my favorite fighters in the whole series.
I love that scene when he was at the Oasis.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And those guys crept up on him. He was just cool, talking to him. And then, man, they wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
Tore him up.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy, such an awesome character.
Yeah.
All right, Grant. Number 7. My number 7 is Maria Renard.
Okay.
From Nocturne. Let me pull her up real quick.
You might as well keep her up because that's my number 6.
Okay, well, Maria, dude, like, she was okay in season 1, but boy, season 2 they amped her up, dude.
Correct.
Like
season one was a bunch of just like all her characters were kind of like just like birds and squirrel or whatever, she's being an example, but like birds and stuff like that.
Big ass wolf she tamed, and then the big dragon she could summon that almost turned on her. Yeah, that dragon was awesome. But then she could summon all these other like, I guess, light creatures towards the end there. Once she finally like kind of realized who she was.
I like the dark creatures, like that big scorpion. That scorpion.
The scorpions came out of the ground. Yeah, but just her summoning abilities, dude. They amped her up to season 2, made her into a cooler character. I liked her mean side. Her mean side was awesome.
Yeah,
when she killed her father.
Yeah,
that mean side was awesome.
Spoilers, God.
What's that?
Spoilers again.
Anyway, but yeah, her mean side was great, and then I would say kind of her character arc through the middle of the series when she was kind of going to the dark side, and then Juiced Belmont kind of brought her back in some way.
Yep.
All right, Grant, go ahead. This was your number 6, right?
My number 6, yeah.
All right, so you want me to do mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. My number 6 is Nocturne Season 2's Drolta.
Okay.
I thought she was an awesome bad guy. Didn't like her in Season 1. But the way once they brought her back, she was a fantastic bad guy at the end. And I think they did it justice. Cause I was kind of worried there because I didn't like any of the bad guys until they got her back in the mix. But they kind of brought her back in a different style and more of an attitude, and covered her backstory and how she became who she is.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. But in the final fight scene with her tentacles and all that stuff between her, Richter, and Alucard, I mean, that was a great fight scene, dude. All right, go ahead, Greg.
Well, at first, whenever she stabbed Alucard in the heart, I was like, oh, God, they just killed him. Like, they killed him off. I was like, oh, God, here we go.
Yeah.
So,
all right, go ahead.
All right, number 5 is Richter Belmont.
Richter.
Yep. I liked his story arc from the beginning, how it grew from season 1 to the end. You know what I mean? Of course, in the very beginning of the season, of season 1, he was a kid. But he was also like just joking, didn't really understand his powers, yada yada yada, all the way through. But when he came headband Richter, you know what I'm saying, the famous headband, that's when he was badass, dude. Like, but he carried on the Belmont name, the whip, the dragon, was it the vampire killer? What they call the whip?
Yeah,
dude, he's the man.
Yeah, that's I got Richter too, but later a little bit higher. But yeah, dude, Richter was again. I didn't like him the way they did him in season 1. I can understand they're trying to build him, I guess, but I didn't like him till towards the end when he started to like get his powers and stuff.
Yeah.
But every episode they did him good in season 2. Like he turned into your canon most powerful Belmont, and they did him justice by showing how strong he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ooh.
Damn, you all right?
Yeah, I might. Almost passed out.
Damn. That was a strong sneeze, buddy.
No, almost blew ourselves offline.
All right, Grant. My number 5 is Carmilla.
Mm-hmm.
Carmilla is my number 5. It's the same. We already talked about her, but yeah, man. Just a prime bad guy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, not my best one, but still one of the coolest bad guys I've seen in animation in a long time.
She's an overall bad guy to the point where it's like, once you know you're captured by her, you're going to die. That's what it's one of those. You know what I mean? Like, there's no chance of getting out alive. Like, you're dead.
And just her dialogue and like every scene she was in, her dialogue was just on point, man. Like her dialogue,
she's kind of sexy too. Let's be honest.
She was sitting on that throne. Yeah, she was good. Towards the end, though, they made her ugly as hell.
Yeah, they did.
Covered in blood, everything. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, Grant, go ahead.
Number 4, Saifa Belnades.
Saifa.
Yep. We already talked about her, the speaker magician. Throughout the whole story, I liked her back and forth with Richter. Not Richter, Trevor, and it was always funny how like Trevor would always like try to flirt with her, and she would like shut it down. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
I'm an idiot all the time.
Yeah, all that stuff. But no, like at the beginning, like you said at the beginning, she kind of just did. I don't know. It'd be kind of like in a video game, like when you start with like level 1 magic, But as the story goes, then like the magic gets more badass and it's more useful. I always liked it. I liked it when she throws the ice darts. She'd make the little darts and throw them.
I love that first battle with Dracula and his minions, and like the first couple. I think it was the end of season 2 or something, or season 1. I can't remember, but that and when they were trying to shut the portals to the that realm, Saint Germain open, and they were fighting that like multiple-eyed monster.
Yeah,
like she was just going at it.
I will say this though. The monsters looked a lot better in the first Castlevania than the second.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Like
they were more fucked up looking.
They were.
What I mean?
Yeah. I think, they were. Because what they brought, they gave you monsters in the Castlevania games.
Yeah.
A lot. And you recognized them. And they gave you a lot more Easter eggs in the first Castlevania series. That's why I think there's a lot of reasons why, but like majority of my higher tier top 10 are from the first Castlevania series.
Mine too.
You know what I mean? All right. But anyway, what was that, number 4?
Yep.
All right, my number 4, Grant, is Richter Belmont.
Okay.
The reason I got him so high, I just thought they did him justice at the end there.
They did good with him, yeah.
I think they again showed everyone who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And lived up to. I love the title of the final episode too. What was it, like something hero or something like that?
I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to the titles.
It was great because you knew it was going to be like about Richter Belmont. It's something about his family lineage or something, like lineage of a hero or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, man, that final scene, he whips out those glaives, spins them, and then he starts like fighting with his fists at the same time, and the whip, and like flying in the air. doing all types of like.
They did him good.
Flames out of his feet.
Yeah.
To fly.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome.
It was good.
Yeah. All right. Grant, number 3.
Number 3, Vlad Tepes or Dracula.
Oh, Dracula.
I mean, what can you say, man? I mean, one, he's the quintessential Castlevania character. I mean, he's the OG. He's always the bad guy. But specifically for this show, that first scene in the episode 1, like after they burned his wife at the stake.
I know, dude. I was so hyped.
Dude.
I was like, oh, they're going to... he's going to beat...
Dude, there was no mercy. It started raining blood.
Yeah.
I remember that. It started raining blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then, dude, when he came, dude, it was
crucial.
Yeah,
like you knew it was going to be a crucial
yes.
As soon as he showed his face out of his flames and gave him that time
to
live or whatever, or when he was going to come back. Oh, buddy.
Yep.
And then when he did come back, and that scene of those people like dying and stuff.
Yep.
Like that was raw.
But I also liked him because he showed a human side. It always kind of confused me at first because it's kind of like, he lives forever, but like he said he started quote unquote getting old. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, whatever.
I think it was more like him getting tired.
Yeah, tired.
Like he was tired of the world.
Yeah, and
but he just needed.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it when I like the evil. I like the evilness. I don't like the. Hey guys, what's going on? We're cool now.
Yeah.
Even though that made for a good story, I like episode 1 Dracula.
And the final fight of him before, Alucard eventually kills him, but that fight scene of them fighting Dracula was great too.
Yeah.
But that's my number 3 also, Dracula. Okay. Dude, I just hope they bring him back into the beginning episodes Dracula.
It's the king of the vampires, man.
Bring that attitude back from the original series and the first season. Bring that Dracula back.
Yep.
And keep him like that.
Exactly.
But
we don't need humble.
Yeah, we don't need humble Dracula.
Yeah.
We need psycho killer mass murderer Dracula. All right.
Here's the thing is, I already know me and you got the same number 1, so it doesn't really matter. But number 2, and we probably got the same number. We probably got the same ones here from here on out. I mean, if I'm doing the math right, number 2 is Trevor Belmont.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your number 2.
Okay, sure.
So anyway, let's talk about it. So Trevor Belmont from the very beginning, he tries to act like he's not this badass. You know what I mean? Because he's always drinking.
Yeah.
He's always drinking. He's a drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
But the scene to where that he's legit, where he's a fucking Belmont, is the scene in is it the first or second episode? I can't remember, but it's where the monks are trying to attack him, and he pulls out that whip and he slaps that monk's eye out of his socket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how he's like legit. But of course, they have to go to. I remember the scene where they go to the Belmont mansion or whatever, like underground, and that's where he gets the vampire killer whip, and that's where you see all the Easter eggs from like the game. You know what I mean? Like all the artifacts and stuff and things like that. But man, like his personality with him and Alucard back and forth, always going at each other, jabbing at each other.
I thought theirs was so much better than.
Yeah.
Of course, they had longer seasons, more seasons to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot better. Like you know that little, I guess you can say, bromance or whatever it was. Like just fucking with each other all the time was great.
I did like how Alucard said that he was tired of Belmont's dying, like because that made him sad. You know what I mean? Because like he grew fond of him.
And that they were irritating.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. All right, Grant. My number 2 is Alucard.
Oh my God, you got it backwards. What an idiot.
I'm gonna explain why too.
Okay, I understand. Go ahead.
I'm gonna explain why. Anyway, so Alucard. I mean,
we're going to talk about it with you because it's my number 1, obviously.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we can take it back to Symphony of Night. This is where we've really got. I mean, you got it before that, but this was Symphony of Night was where Alucard was put on the map in the Castlevania series, right?
Yep.
Just a awesome looking character, being Dracula's son, and him going to kill his father in Symphony of the Night. But the same thing here, they brought him in the original Castlevania series on Netflix. Did the same thing, killed his father at the end.
Yeah.
I loved his story. I mean, they brought all his moves from the games, the little shadow walk or shadow step thing he does, the flying sword, the sword just sitting next to him. I think that's cool. It's always just cool looking, you know, him having that sword next to him floating. In the original series, they brought his shield in. Remember his shield? Yeah, they showed his shield and stuff like that. And but this Nocturne, they showed the fireball, dude, coming out his cape. I was like, damn, and that girl could not handle it until she.
I never got that. I never got that spell. I never got it.
But anyway, so they got that. They showed that. That was awesome. It's one of Dracula's moves.
Yeah,
that's why I like kind of like how they added it to him. That's actually one of his father's moves. He does that. I think Dracula does that in the beginning of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah,
when you take Richter up the stairs to fight him, he does that little thing.
That's where what is a man?
Yeah,
remember that terrible dialogue?
Yeah, horrible dialogue. Alucard's he's OG, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was number 1, number 2. But we're doing the Castlevania Netflix series.
No, I got you.
I got you. Show you why.
I got you. So, he's my number 1. Of course, people say, "Oh, well, before anybody says, well, this is not the first time he showed up in Symphony of the Night." I know he was in Castlevania 3, but he wasn't. I mean, he was just like a pixelated character.
Usable character.
He was a usable character that who could transform into a wolf.
He really had no like.
Yeah, you knew
he was the son of Dracula.
That's it. That's it. But yeah, like you said, Symphony of the Night. That's when he shined. Also, I liked him in the show because, again, the back and forth with Trevor. But man, like he had moves that nobody else had because everybody else was human. So like when he would do like vampire, it was just cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but he's my favorite vampire. Period.
Yeah. I loved like the first time you saw him in the original series when they go they open him up from that coffin and they fight for a little bit, him and Trevor.
Yeah.
I love that because they gave you the flying sword, like they kind of fanned you out,
Yeah.
Castlevania fanned you out.
I mean, is he your favorite vampire besides? I mean, I know your favorite one's the guy from Twilight.
If you talk about Castlevania characters, the game, he is my number 1.
Gotcha.
Okay, but I'm talking about the Netflix show.
I know the guy from Twilight's your favorite vampire.
No, it's not. The guy from Twilight, Edward, butchered my name. You know when those books came out, Edward was like the number 1 name.
It was
for babies.
It was
butchered my name.
I remember one time, a long time ago, you told somebody your name was Edward, and they said, "Oh my God, you mean like the vampire from Twilight?"
Let me tell you, between like 2000 and 8 to 12 or something like that, having first name Edward was legit.
Oh, nice.
After that, it was like, oh, God, your name's Edward. You're after that gay vampire. Anyway, so Grant, when it comes to our top 10 characters from the Netflix series, Castlevania, Trevor Belmont is my number 1. The reason why is my number 1, dude, because that Richter was awesome those last 2 episodes. Yeah. They really showed up. But, dude, Trevor's fight with death.
Yeah.
When he called out to Sypha and told her he loved her and he knew that she was pregnant and stuff like that. And then he went to his death, supposedly.
Yeah.
But that sequence of him fighting death, dude, not only his attitude throughout the entire series was great, but that sequence of him fighting death was just epic.
Yeah.
And how he was just laying all the line and how he was spinning that whip around and smacking him in the face and stuff. Dude, that is why it's my number 1. That is still the best sequence out of all the seasons of Castlevania, including Nocturne, was him fighting death. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that is the top 10.
That is the top 10. Let me close this. All right, Grant.
Is it time to get angry? Is it time to get angry?
Not yet. We're going to do our main subject. We're going to talk about the Switch first.
Gotcha.
Switch 2. All right, Grant. Our main subject of the day is a Nintendo Switch 2 breakdown and trailer reaction. So, without further ado, Let me pull up that trailer. All right. Let me know when you see my screen. Should see it right now. Right now.
Let's do it. Yeah, don't do that.
Very silent. Going with the black.
We're going to get sued by Nintendo for this.
It's already copyrighted. Oh, snap.
Like the old Slim Jim commercial.
I hope those hold in place, man.
It probably would with adults.
All right.
Those things, they probably hold up well for adults. As kids, it's going to be a disaster. Those things are going to break.
Surely they're better than the
They're going to drop.
one.
They're going to
Sliding
drop.
ones would always just come off all the time.
So
those magnets, right, is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully those things are.
I wonder if they make that noise when you put them on.
I don't know. Well, I mean, that's what they're trying to make. You know, you get close and it goes pop.
It goes what?
Pop. Okay.
So basically this thing, let's just, we'll talk about the specs and stuff. So, if you want to play a PlayStation 4 Pro, that's basically the power of it, of this thing, which is cool for Nintendo. Because we've said multiple times, plenty of times actually, Nintendo is no longer trying to keep up with the big boys. They're in their own lane. They're doing their own thing. We also want to talk about how they were forced to do this. They weren't happy about doing this. They wanted to do it at Nintendo Direct. But of course, all the leaks and stuff forced their hand. Because otherwise, if they'd have done this at Nintendo Direct, it would have been a huge fart in church, basically. Because they're like, yeah, we already knew about that. So they didn't really have a choice. So now they're going to have to go back to plan B, which is gameplay, all this other stuff. They're going to have to do all that. I mean, bottom line, I'm going to get one because of the exclusives. Because Nintendo does what others don't. They don't share their exclusives.
Listen, everyone can talk crap about the Nintendo Switch 2 and the leaks and all that stuff. But the bottom line is it's going to sell just as well as the Switch 1. And they're going to ensure those newer games can only be played on the Switch 2 when it comes to exclusives.
Yep.
It's going to sell.
Yep. They're
going to make money. Zelda is going to be huge. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm ready for a different Zelda though. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for. I don't want another Breath.
Different, dude.
I don't want another Breath of the Wild Zelda.
Yeah, they got to adjust it, move on, do something different.
Yeah.
All right. So these are the full specs leak. I mean, it's a powerful handheld.
Yeah.
But it's still not going to be up to par with maybe the new Steam Deck when it comes out, or those new PC related.
They don't care about that. They don't care.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it packs a punch for a handheld, but it's not going to be, revolutionary. You know what I mean? Like
correct.
the original Switch was.
Yeah.
Because when I saw Zelda on the Switch 1 for the first time, I was like, damn, this thing can output that much graphics.
Yeah.
You know, I was surprised. But you know, they're going to be successful. I mean, like three teraflops. I mean, you're looking at what, 18 for the PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a handheld, so you're not going to expect. It's not
I
going
mean,
to be.
it's basically like the PS4 Pro
graphically versus consoles. Be realistic.
And that's the thing that Nintendo has done since the GameCube is everything has always been behind. Like, for example, what I mean by that is, GameCube was like PlayStation graphics when the PlayStation 2 was out. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then when they came out with the Wii was like PS2 graphics while the PS3 was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine. Well, here's the thing. Bottom line:
Dreamcast, Xbox, and PS2.
Yeah, but their graphics wise, they were behind everybody.
They were caught up at that time with the GameCube. It was when they did Wii and Wii U.
Yeah, because it wasn't much different.
They fell behind a lot.
Yeah, well, because like we talked about, they're at the point to where they know that their exclusives are going to dominate whenever they drop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they have a library of exclusive. They have the best exclusives, regardless of what you want to say. Oh, well then, doesn't matter. The best exclusives are on Nintendo. Zelda, Mario, Metroid, et cetera, are way more popular and will sell more than everything but probably Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah. And we saw a little intro there of Mario Kart 9 coming. So
can you play all that online?
Mario Kart's going to be big.
How come they don't do like battles online? Do they do all that? I haven't played Mario Kart in a long time.
I don't know anything about Mario Kart 9 when it comes online.
That would be cool if they did like the battle, like you know how you battle each other?
I'm sure it is.
If you do that online and then race each other online. I don't know. I haven't played. They're probably like, you could do that the last 7-1, stupid. You know? And I haven't played Mario Kart since the one on Super Nintendo or 64.
Yeah. But overall, Nintendo Switch is going to be, I think, the Switch 2 is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
It'll be just fine.
You think they'll find the person who leaked it?
I want to buy it for all exclusives. It's going to be the same thing as the Switch.
Yeah.
It's going to make money.
They're not worried about it. But you think they'll find the person who leaked it?
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if they do or not.
What if they gave him like a samurai death, where somebody had to like cut his head off? Cut his head off.
What is that called?
I don't know. I don't know what that's called.
I don't
know what that is, but or make him commit some seppuku or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
All right, Grant. Let's switch to. All right, Grant, are you ready for that gamer rant? That disgruntled gamer rant.
So I mean, you know what we're doing? We're going from a good Nintendo system to a shitty one. Oh God. Ed, play the commercial. Play the good commercial. This is the commercial that fooled everybody, thinking that this was whoever made this commercial deserves all the raise in the world because they made out like a bandit.
You ready for that commercial, Grant?
I'm ready for the commercial.
Sharing now.
I remember this commercial too.
It came from the third dimension with its own brain.
You see this?
Its own voice.
Nope.
Its own legs. There's only one problem. It needs your eyes. Virtual Boy. See it now in 3D.
Okay. So let's start from the top. First of all, whatever there was in this commercial was nothing like that in the real life. Not at all. Zero. Second of all, this thing was huge and it weighed a lot. So you had to like sit in front of it like a dickhead. Like imagine like having that thing on your floor. Imagine having a carpet floor. You see how this thing hold up? You'd have to like basically lay on a wood floor for that thing to balance out. Because if you put that on carpet, it's not going to stand up. All right. Also, if you wrap that thing around your head, it weighed like 10 pounds. So you had to like make sure you had like a super sturdy thing. It didn't even come with a headband. You had to like fucking like tape one around basically, which was the biggest failure of all. Now, number 2, this thing had 22 games. That's it. This system
only
had 22.
14 released in America.
Correct.
Oh, those 22.
Yep. This thing, I don't know why they chose red. Was the worst color they could have chose. Even the golf game's in red. You think that you're shooting your ball, hitting your ball into blood. And it gave severe migraines. Like if you played this game long enough, you would get migraines and headaches. So this thing actually hurts you. This thing would actually this thing would actually cripple you if you played it a long time. Can
I say story, Grant?
Okay, hold on.
We should have started with a story.
Okay, go ahead. Go to the story. Let's hear your story.
We should have started with a story.
I didn't have one. I refused to get one.
Well, the story starts with me as little 12-year-old Ed Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had to go to Walmart for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I go with her to Walmart. I go to the game sections like I always do because I like looking at all the games. And I saw this on display.
Mm-hmm. That's when you can actually play it.
To test it out.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, little 12-year-old me walks over to it. I put it on my head, and it's Mario Tennis. And I'm like, wow. And then after 5 minutes, I immediately took it off because I had a migraine.
Oh, my God. Yep.
Because it was horrible.
Horrendous.
Like, it was 3D-ish in red, but it was such horrible, I would say, imagery inside the thing that it was just, I mean, this is why it made it on a Gamer Rant, but it was just complete garbage, dude.
And on top of that, none of these games were virtual reality. Except one. There's only like 2 games out of all of the head.
3D-ish. It wasn't virtual reality. You know?
It was very 3D-ish.
It was 3D-ish.
And the thing about the only one that actually quote unquote felt virtual reality that I can remember was the boxing game.
Yeah.
Because you actually looked like you had to, the left controller controlled the left arm, and the right controller controlled the right arm. Because I remember they marketed
this as 32-bit.
Yeah, well, they should have marketed it in the trash can. It's
not 32-bit, dude.
No, it's not 32-bit at all.
It's 32-bit in red, maybe, but definitely not.
So they had, let's see, I'm trying to find a list of the games. I'm trying to see. I know they had 22 games, but they had a large collection of games. Wonderful games, actually. Some of these games are actually expensive because people like to buy things. They had wonderful games like Mario Land, Wario, and Waterworld.
Yep.
And I mean Waterworld, like the Kevin Costner movie, the terrible Kevin Costner movie, they made into a terrible Virtual Boy game. And Ed, if you're playing a game that's based on water, what color should the water be?
Blue.
Oh, what color was it in the Virtual Boy?
Red.
Why the fuck would you make a game like this? Also, the golf game. Let's talk about the golf game.
Go ahead.
Everything was red. No green. So you hit it onto the red.
Every game on this thing was red.
I know. The thing about it is they had zero differential of color. That's what made it confusing. This is what caused the migraines. You're not supposed to have that much red light in your eyes.
Especially that close to your eyes.
Especially like close to your eyes, especially being that clunky and heavy. That thing was terrible.
Yeah. And it was all right. So they released it in 1995, and it didn't even last a year.
No,
they took it off the shelves and canceled it.
Well, you know why though, right? It's because the PlayStation came out. The PlayStation kicked this shit. Like, why would you try to compete with the PlayStation with this hunk of shit?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like they were. I think they didn't even get to like 98% of their sales.
No shit.
2%. Are you kidding me?
But they were already making Nintendo 64. So why would that's the thing
is a very weird thing to come out in 1995.
Yeah, like it wasn't even like. First of all, we're not even good at virtual reality.
The PlayStation was there, it was coming, so it was just like why.
And then they knew about. And then they knew about the Nintendo 64. Oh, I'm sorry. Then it was the Ultra. Remember, it was the Ultra 64. That's what they call it then. Code name Ultra 64. But here's the thing: is guys, our virtual reality is not even good in 2025. Why the fuck do you think it's still good 30 years before? Like, what were you doing?
Well, that was our Disgruntled Gamer Rant. The Virtual Boy.
2 thumbs down.
Pure trash. Okay.
If you have one as a collector's item, that's fine. But don't play it. It'll just kill you. It might put you in the hospital.
If you guys want to check out our other individual videos for our gamer rants, they are on our YouTube under one of our playlists.
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about quite a few things, including games and accessories. This was our first console, was it not?
Yeah.
Technically. Yeah.
Technically. If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah. All right, Grant. Our last thing for the podcast.
Here we go.
The Game Gambit.
Yep. Tune it up.
All right. Let's do it. Let me go. This is where we ask AI for a random game and we just talk about it or research it.
Or research it.
All right, Grant, give me a random.
You lied. You didn't play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. You owe these guys a video.
I still need to play that, don't I?
You owe these guys a video.
You're a god-awful gamer. Why don't you amp it up, buddy? Maybe you should.
What do you play on?
Maybe you should do a video for a change.
I did. Go check out my Wizards and Warriors if you want to see elite gameplay. I think it was so bad it started lagging.
All right. Let's see what it gives us.
I have learned real quick. I have learned that I have to get a new computer because even streaming that, it lagged on the video. It was lagging because my computer can't process all that. Oh God! Just pull up.
All right.
Pull up the picture.
I'm just going to do the picture.
Yeah, don't tell me yet.
I'm not.
Do we know about this game?
I've heard of it.
Okay,
but it's not very well known.
Okay. Well, I might know about it.
It's mainly an Asian game.
Okay. Well, we'll check it out and see. Maybe.
Let me get a good image.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, this is good. Okay.
We're going to see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm popping it up right now, Grant.
Come on. Give me that fast computer.
I'm popping up right now.
I do not know what this is. Okay. So let's research. What is Chibi-Robo? Let's see.
Chibi, our Game Gambit for this week is Chibi-Robo plug into Adventure on the Nintendo GameCube. Came out in, I think, 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, so Chibi-Robo GameCube.
Let's see.
All right, let's see. Has anyone played this game in chat?
Yes, please let us know.
Okay, here are some details on it.
Okay, I got some too, but go ahead. It actually got a good score.
Yeah, it actually came out in North America in 2006 on the GameCube.
Oh.
So you basically play as a Chibi-Robo robot that's 4 inches tall, whose mission is to make people happy by completing various tasks around the Sanderson family home. So I guess it's like a Toy Story. The main goal involves collecting happy points by helping the family members with chores, solving problems, and fighting against the Spidors, the evil robotic spiders.
Sounds like something my wife would like. Give me happy points to clean up around the house.
The mechanics of the game is the Chibi-Robo runs on battery power, which gradually depletes. The players must recharge the robot by plugging it into power outlets into the game. The in-game currency is called moolah. The time management is basically a 24-hour day cycle, and you have to complete that task within this 24. I mean, it was critically acclaimed.
Dude, it got like an 80 out of 100.
Hold on, I gotta pull up gameplay, dude.
Part of me, okay, reading the reviews makes me think that this shouldn't make our Disgruntled Gamer Rant, because it should, just by the looks of it.
It should, by the looks of it.
Yeah. But apparently it got like an 80. It got better than like a bunch of games, like a bunch of good games.
All right, let me share this.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, Bandai.
Oh, okay. Namco Bandai now.
Don't you fast forward all this? Come on.
You want to see a start screen?
No, stupid. This is for kids. This is definitely for kids.
This looks like a Nintendo game.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do that. Why is the music so loud?
Chibi-Robo.
Nuh-uh. This, I can do this. If I heard this, if somebody's playing this and I heard this all the time, I do the GameCube out the window.
Here, let me just mute it.
Yes, please, because I can hear beep, 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 boop.
I never heard of this game, dude.
No, I didn't either.
But it got some good scores.
This looks like it would have been very popular in Japan. This is like a typical chibi Japanese game that
Toy
they would love.
Stories were popular during this time, and something similar to it, probably why.
Ed, you got to play this game. If I play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, you got to play this.
I don't know if I can play this game.
Come on, you got to, man. You got to get the people what they want.
Dude, I got the demo of the first Berserker. I'm about to boot up here.
You don't want to play Chibi-Robo over Berserker?
No, because I played it a little bit today, dude.
It's good.
Oh, it's fucking good, dude.
But is it better than Chibi-Robo?
Oh, yes, it is. It is. So if you guys want to check out first Berserker stream, probably, hopefully, maybe, probably tonight. I'm going to be playing the demo.
Okay.
And I played it a little bit today. It was fun.
All right.
But I'm going to start over.
And he's going to play Chibi-Robo.
And then I'm not going to play Chibi-Robo. I do not want to play this game.
I would actually, I would drink bleach before I had to play this game.
I don't know what they're doing. I thought you were supposed to be doing stuff. They're just
I don't know. I thought you were supposed to be cleaning the house. They're like singing
Happy Birthday. Game so far of them clapping around the table.
Singing Happy Birthday. What is going on here?
Chibi-Robo.
Yeah, turn this crap off.
Living room. Oh, there's Chibi-Robo.
Yeah, we don't care. Get this crap off my screen.
Let's keep going. There's Chibi-Robo running.
No, he's...
Oh, there's Chibi-Robo opening a drawer.
He's not that strong.
I bet you get addicted to this game.
What was that he found? What was that he found in the drawer? Hold on, go back.
Poppy things?
No, go back. What was that he found in the drawer? Was it a vibrator? Was that what that was? What did he find in the bottom drawer? He's in the wife's bedroom.
Oh my god, dude. That thing that pops up over his head, you just mentioned vibrator, and now I'm like looking at the actual character now.
That's what he looks like. Oh man. Look at this. He looks like a look, there it is.
He's got to plug something in.
He's got to plug it in. He's got to charge up the vibrator. No, how dare you y'all talk dirty about a child's game? Well, they shouldn't have done that. This game shouldn't exist.
I couldn't play this.
I couldn't play this game. Like I would really stab my eyes out.
Yeah.
Like I would really pour alcohol into my eye sockets.
All right. Anyway, let me stop sharing. All right, that is the Game Gambit Chibi-Robo on the GameCube.
And that is the podcast.
That is a podcast.
Ed, you got anything? Any closing remarks before I close this out?
If you haven't seen season 2 Nocturne, go see it.
Go check it out. It's great.
Watch it on Netflix. It's good. Again, slow burn, but it's worth it towards the end. It's worth it. An IGN 6. It's not a 6. Just don't
listen to IGN. Period. Like whatever. Don't listen.
It's definitely an 8, at least around an 8. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Daredevil. Looking forward to playing Kazan here shortly. First Berserker, baby. No, I'm not playing that. And how much would it cost for you to How much would it cost for you to play that game? How much does somebody have to pay you to play that game? To waste my time? Like you have to play it for 5 hours. I mean, you got to pay me about $100 an hour. Would you play it for $100 an hour? Yeah, I would. Nonstop. $500 in 5 hours. I know that, but nonstop, you can't take a break. You have to for $500. I would. I mean, it's $500 just to play a video game. I wish I can slow down time because that's exactly what I would do while you're playing it. So like every minute it seemed like an hour. But anyway, if you guys have a top 10 suggestion, send it to us. Or anyone listening, just reply to the video on X or YouTube, Twitch, or whatever you're watching. Reply to one of our videos. It doesn't have to be this video. It can be any video. Give us a top 10 idea. Yep. And we'll do it. Anything. As long as it doesn't get us kicked off, we'll do it. Yeah. And also, if you guys want us to cover a crappy game or crappy accessory or crappy console, or you want to see me play a game for a Disgruntled Gamer Rant, or you want to see me play a terrible game because I'm terrible at them. Yeah, you guys ought to check out Grant's God Awful Gamer. I am the God Awful Gamer. I did Wizards and Warriors. Yeah. And boy, was that ticket to that.
A game that takes 30 minutes to beat, it took me an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got, dude.
All right, guys. Well, y'all go follow us on YouTube. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, X, everywhere. We're going to be getting a Facebook soon. We haven't been on Facebook in a while, but we have been suggested to get a Facebook, so we're going to. So talk to us on Facebook. We'll talk to you there. Let's see, TikTok. I think it's getting shut down. I don't know unless it gets bought
Sunday.
Unless it gets bought in 48 hours.
Sunday.
Yeah, if it don't get bought by
Supreme Court voted 9-0 to still shut it down.
Okay, so we have till Sunday. If it goes past and it gets shut down, it's been nice knowing you, bruh.
On TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. Anyway, guys, this video will be the audio podcast will be up on Apple and Spotify a little bit later. Yeah, dude.
If you just joined late, it's going to be up on YouTube now, so you can rewatch it.
Yep. So, all right, guys. We will see y'all Tuesday. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.